Hey everybody, Justin here. Thank you for checking out this video. In this video, I want to share another randomized educational worksheet that I came up with, and this is on subtraction stories. So I started doing these randomized educational worksheets when COVID stuff was kind of hit the hardest, and all the our kids, students, and parents were all from home, working from home, and the schools weren't, they were totally taken surprised by it, and they didn't really know what to do for kids' education in many cases. So coming up with these randomized educational worksheets was a real lifesaver. And, because we could simply have a topic that our son was working on, open up a spreadsheet, refresh some random numbers, print it out, and it could be, you know, different each time. It could be made more difficult or easier or stuff like that. So it really was a good time saver. So I wanted to share this one. So if you go to my webpage, statistical.com, and go into content, and kids activities. They're just all listed here. I think I have some more that we just haven't put on the website yet, but I wanted to share today the subtraction story one. So a subtraction story is just a subtraction problem. It's like a word problem though. And typically they want, show your thinking with, any pictures, drawings, numbers. But at the end of the day, it's just a subtraction problem, like a word problem. So I'm going to share this screenshot first, and then I'll go into the actual spreadsheet so you can see how it works. So in this you just have, you know, somebody has 16 chocolates, and he ate some of them. There's 7 left. So how many chocolates did he eat? And the student can write an equation. They can draw a picture. They can write it out in words. It's just solving this problem. Very basic for a student who's um, being introduced to subtraction and trying to think about these things. So Edward, 16, chocolates, 7, all of these are being chosen randomly. So it's going to be different each time. And in fact, as I'll explain, there's actually 3 different subtraction problems that you can even generate. So let me open up the actual spreadsheet. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff going on in here, so let me explain. Um, First of all, in almost all these spreadsheets, there'll be lots of columns that have like intermediate steps, and then there'll be a part that's like in a box. The part that's in a box is set to be the print area. So if you do file print, that's the area that's going to actually print out for you. So when you come in these spreadsheets, don't freak out that all this stuff is going to be printed. It's not the case. Just what's over here in the box, okay? So let me just go column by column. So in this column is just names. There's a ton of names, and feel free, by the way, any of these spreadsheets, feel free to edit. Just, leave the attribution statistical.com or say you got it from statistical.com, Justin Smith, etc. But you want to put a name in here, feel free to put the name in here. And then just the gender, since or just the sex, because like Eugene, and I said he lost 4 of them. So I need the he and the she type of stuff. Again, feel free to change any of these as you like. This actually selects it. And here are the numbers that are being selected from, 0 to 20, whatever. And so you would need, if you want to go up to like 25, well, you're going to have to, extend that to 25 and then write the numbers, 25, whoops, and so on down, okay? Because those are things that are used in the spreadsheet. So, so here the numbers only go up to 20. It creates a minimum, a maximum. What's selected? Okay, and these are another list that you can edit. So here I just have, so before it was chocolates, this one's flowers. So I have apples, boxes, Cokes, flowers, I already mentioned, grocery bags, items of dirty laundry, library books, Minecraft blocks, muddy shoes, oranges, pencils, pieces of poop, something to appeal to kids, right? Stickers, sushi rolls, video games. So any objects that you think would be interesting for your child or, to do a subtraction problem on, you can add those here. And then you just have to think about what are they doing with these objects. So, the pieces of poop are being flushed, right? The grocery bags are being used. The chocolates are being eat. So you have to think of how that word is going to be used over here in the sentence, in these sentences, okay? So that's the part of this that probably takes the longest to do up front, this part. So just think about that, okay? But I have, some decent examples here about 20, 19 of them. And then this just randomly selects from those lists. Now, I mentioned that there are 3 possible subtraction problems. So you can have, subtraction story 1 I call is, I call it subtraction story 1. Type is like 10 minus x equals 3 and you're solving for x. Subtraction story 2 is like 10 minus 3 equals x. And subtraction story 3 is like x minus 4 equals 3. So those are like the types of subtraction problems. And what these parameters do is they set the probability of the story being like this, or like this, or like this. If that makes sense, right? So, this Betty with the flowers, the subtraction story could be like this. She has 3 flowers, she planted some of them, there are 2 left. How many flowers did she plant? It could also be she has 3 flowers, she planted 2 of them, how many flowers are left? Or she has some number of flowers, we don't know how many, she planted 3, and there are 2 flowers left. How many did she have to begin with? So those are the type of subtraction problems that could be done. So that's what it'll do. If you always want this type to be the story, then you can just make this like, say 0.8. This one maybe, I don't know, 0.1 or something like that. And so then this story will be chosen with more often, 80%, roughly 80% of the time. So that's kind of how that works. I like having these be roughly equal, just in general. So that is about all I have. Like I said, this was really helpful when our child was in much lower grade, and he's learning this type of subtraction. Knows the basic subtraction, but stories can still be kind of difficult. He might know like, what's 5 minus 2? Well, that's 3. But it might be like, okay, I have 5 and I take away some number, and now I have 2 left over. What number did I subtract? It's a little more difficult. So it's nice to have these type of stories. So, but anyways, that's all I got. Like I said, feel free to change it however you like, edit it all around. Just leave the attribution, statisticool.com or Justin Smith. Yeah, please like and subscribe. And also share this video if you know any kids, students and parents that could, that are learning this type of subtraction story that could benefit from this. I think it could help them out. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.